What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction. Back with another tune from the Steps album by Not Just Here. Once again, big shout out to Lisa for bringing this to my attention. The artist Junie is her niece. And yes, we're going to listen to the second track, which is called Left for the Road, which I'm not quite sure what to make of it on the surface. Left by the road would suggest abandonment or being discarded, but left for the road has different connotations, and of course the road can be a metaphor for a non-sedentary life, a nomadic life, or at least moving from one place to another, the unknown. So it is thus contrasted with a home, which is a specific place where one resides, where one always comes back to. So yeah, the phrase left for the road makes me think of someone perhaps leaving a place, and there could be a reason for that. Obviously, there are push and pull factors when one travels, meaning you might want to go somewhere else, that's a pull factor, but you might want to get away from something, that's a push factor, or indeed you might be forced to leave, again, another factor relating to your current situation, whereas somewhere that is your destination could have something to do with your future. So all of these concepts might be relevant, and yet none of them might be, so let's just hear it and see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is Not Just Here, the track is Left for the Road, and it's from the album Steps.
Loosen nights, stuck in one tone. Have you forgot? I left for the road. Cherry pie too. Calm yourself down. Only a bite till you find your way out. Loosey emotions blowing your sail, stuck in the ocean of repetitive tales, stuck in a cycle. Apathy's going viral just to avoid the blame, and it all short circuits from there, and it all short circuits from there. Can't you tell I'm on a high note, starting to somewhere else but here. I'm watching raindrops fall off my wrist like it's hard to trust it when time goes by. You got your feelings inside a bottle. They're spilling open every night. I'm in California, Doc, my world is burning. I'm in a crazy state of health, my mind is turning. You built this house of our lives while your head's turning. When it all comes crashing down, wasn't cold, can't keep holding on. Have you forgot I left for the road?
Wow. Another tune with a variety of vocal deliveries over the course of the track, including a very soulful and expressive type of tone, and then bringing it very soft and, what's the right word, almost like vulnerable, and then right at the end there, like solitary, the sort of a cappella, almost like a spoken delivery. So the vocal diversity over the course of the track is very notable. I like the way at the very beginning her voice was in time or in melody with the like lead piano line, but then there was that like response phrase in between the lines, so there was a nice like melodic balance to the track. I do enjoy the lyrics I caught, which I feel like in the first half I was catching more, and then by the second half of the tune I was really sort of mesmerized by some of her extensions and just the compositional sequence of the track. So the lines weren't like getting into my brain as easily, which, you know, I talked about it on this channel a lot. When I listen to music, I tend to hear a song multiple times, and over the course of several listens, more and more of the lyrics tend to get into my brain, and then, you know, makes analyzing or thinking about them a bit easier. Nevertheless, it sounds like more of a push factor, because I think at one point she said something like wanting to be anywhere but here, or something analogous to that idea, which again is more of a reason for leaving rather than a desired destination specifically. But it also seemed to feature phrases about vehicles or modes of travel that are not road based, you know, talking about wind and sails, and, you know, like a, what was the, oh, there was another line that I'm blanking on now, but it sounded like we're talking like a boat, which again, all of that could be figurative. All of it could be a way to express a desire to get away, or an emotional visual scene depicting how you're feeling. But then she was talking about something about your feelings being put in a bottle, and was it like raindrops falling down on something? So if it's not a more literal or visual narrative, then certainly there's a lot of metaphor or allegory at play. I will say I like the expression of the feelings of the tune, even if I'm not quite sure exactly what the themes are, with the different vocal deliveries, you know, going bigger and more powerful, and then pulling it back, and then speaking, you know, almost, you know, delicately by the end. So there's a gamut of feeling that comes across in the tune, even if I haven't yet incorporated all the lines. So yeah, I enjoy it. There's a, like, Tori Amos meets Alanis Morissette meets like an old-time jazz singer. Like, I think I talked about this with the first track, which was Gray. But yeah, it feels like there's a like an old soul vibe to it, mixed with some more contemporary references, which again, like when I make these comparisons, this is what my brain does. When I listen to an artist or a record for the first time, I'm recognizing that it is a piece of work in of itself, but inevitably I try to establish understanding through making comparisons. Like, oh, it kind of reminds me of this singer, the way she has those breathy deliveries, and it reminds me of, you know, the piano artistry of someone like Tori Amos or Joni Mitchell. Or so, yeah, in the moment, it sounds kind of like an old jazz slash soul feeling mixed with a bit of that piano poet vibe. So yeah, very much enjoying the opening of the record. Looking forward to more. Once again, shout out to Junie, shout out to Lisa for bringing this to my attention and for the patience as I got around to it after many months. Shout out to Luca for sleeping quite contentedly, who I will try not to disturb too much. But yeah, let me know what you think of this one, and I will see you next time. Peace.